Hi friends, and welcome again for today's tutorial. I'm still your friend, the Needle Woman. It's been a while. I apologize for taking this long before coming up with a new tutorial. I've been very busy with a lot of things. I thank you guys for your views. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the time you put into my videos. And if you are new to my channel, hit that red icon I implore you, and also touch the notification bell so that once I upload you get notification. So today we shall be making a cowl neck top as requested by one of you. Let's just get right to it. So for this tutorial I shall be using 1¼ yards of this strong chiffon fabric. First, I'm going to be cutting the back panels. First of all, I'm going to go straight ahead and fold my fabric into two. It should be to just measure out the length of my blouse, and the measurement I'm working with is 27, so I'll just measure out 27 and include 2 inches seam allowance and for fold. I hope it's very clear. So at the end of the day, I'm measuring 29 inches for the length of my blouse. I'm going to be using 2 inches for my zip allowance here. Then I'll place my shoulder measurement, which is 8. And my armhole, I'll be using 9 as usual. The bust measurement is 42 divided into 4 will give us 10½. I'll add 2 inches extra for seam allowance. The waist measurement is 36 divided into 4 will give us 9. I'll also add 2 inches extra for seam allowance. And then for this top, I used a blouse hip. That is for this down part here. Around this place, I used blouse hip. What I mean is here, the hemline of our top is called blouse hip. So for it, I used 44 inches divided into 4 will give us 11. And plus my 2 inches seam allowance. So I'll just connect the measurements. So this is it. For my neckline, I'll be using 4 inches. For the depth of my neckline for this back, I'll be using 3 inches. I'll also introduce my shoulder slope. I'll be using 1/2 inch for it. I hope this is very clear. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, this is what we'll have for our back panel. And for the front panel, I shall be using one of the 2 back panels to cut out our front. So here we go for the front and the cowl neck. First, you are going to fold your fabric in a triangular form. Very clear. And then you grab one of your back panels. I'll be using this right side so that it will be very different from this other folded part. Let me also quickly add that there are 2 styles of cutting, or 2 methods of cutting this kind of cowl neck top. You either use your pattern to cut it, or you use this freehand style. This is for people that want to just do it very quick. But if you want to use a pattern, you can still use it. You manipulate your pattern from around your armhole level, but this is a freestyle method. So having placed my fabric, my back panel against this my folded fabric, I hope you can see it. I will now proceed to shift it until I achieve the volume of the cowl or dropping I want at the neckline. The farther you shift away this back panel from the folded edge, the deeper your cowl. I hope it's very clear. If I continue to shift this one now, it means my cowl at the end of the day will be very, very deep. I hope it's very clear. Also, if you want to manage the volume of your cowl, you have to measure it out. Take for instance from the nape of your neck to the volume to anywhere you want the cowl to end. Let me show you what I mean. So this is what I mean by the volume of the cowl. From here, from your shoulder like this, you determine where you want the cowl to fall on top. If you want it 9, I will show you how to do it. If you want 10, 11, 12, I will show you how to do it. That is what I mean by the volume. Having explained that, let's just continue. First, I will have to draw a straight line here from this neckline. From this shoulder, sorry. I will just make a straight line. Okay, so here we go. You see, I folded the back panel. This is where our zip allowance started from, our 2 inches. Okay, and like I explained earlier, to determine the volume of your cowl, say for instance you want your cowl to be 10 inches from your shoulder line. From here, you want your cowl to be 10 inches. You have to measure 10 inches from this shoulder joining. Remember, this is our neckline like this. This one is our shoulder. You measure 10 inches. I hope it's very clear. If you want it deeper, you can extend it. So the space you give here determines the volume of your cowl. Okay, let's continue. I would want my own cowl to be like 12 inches. Okay, so I'm going to shift it and make sure it falls at 12 inches, which is at this point. So I'll just shift this one. I hope this is very, very clear. So the next thing I'll just do is to trace out this one. Placing it like this makes it very easier for you to cut. I hope it's very clear. So I will just cut out these parts. So this is what we have. Now, considering the way this back panel was tilted before we could achieve this front panel, it means that here we'll have a lot of excesses. It is still okay if you don't want your top to be fitted, but if you want it to be fitted, all you have to do is just shift the back panel a little bit. Don't cut here. Your cutting should not get to this hemline. You should just cut it from all the way like this and then stop around here. I will just show you with a chalk because I won't be cutting this one. I would like to cut it when I start to do my joining. So all you have to do is to cut like this. Just go in, shape it in like this. I hope you saw what I did. Now all I have to do now is to cut out facing for the neck, for the back panel, and also for the front panel. For the front panel, I will just place this one on top of this very fabric again and cut it maybe towards this end. I will cut material from here to here, and that is just it. Here we go for the facing for the front. I folded this one into 2. I just placed this one still at the position or still at the shape at which I cut it earlier. I'll just trace this point out. I hope it's very clear. I will remove here. Back. All I need to do is to just cut out facing for the back. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It depends on the size of the facing you want. For me, I don't want a very big one, so I'll just cut out a small facing, tracing out the shape of the neckline of the back panel. You can give it another shape down here. If you like, you make it square. If you like, you make it round. For me, I'll be going with the round one. So I'm going to double it because the back panel is 2. So now, as you can see, I've made my stitch along the cowl neck. You know it is supposed to be straight. So after making the stitch, I'm going to top stitch. And how will I do that? I'm going to turn it to the right side, make my stitch on top of the facing I cut out, not on top of my front top. But remember, this short one is the facing, this side is my top. Okay, so I'm going to top stitch again, making sure that this roughness here is tilted towards the facing I cut out. I hope it's very clear. I'm going to top stitch here, but before I do that, I'll make sure that this roughness here, this joining, is tilted towards the facing, and then I'll top stitch on top of it all the way round, just something like this. This is the back panel. I have stitched it. I also top stitched, as you can see. I hope it's very visible. So having top stitched, as you can see, I turned it to the wrong side where it is supposed to be, where the facing is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this. And then I closed the armhole up. I hope you can see it. I closed it up. I'll place it against my body so you will see the way it is. I hope you can understand it better now. Now, since I'm not putting sleeve to my top, I will just go ahead and fold the armhole of both the front panel and the 2 back panels. I will knit in the armhole. If you like, you can use a bias. If you like, you can still use this material when you cut it out like a bias. If you like, you can just do a freehand folding and make your stitch. Okay, having finished knitting the armhole, as you can see, on both the front and the back panel, I also join them at the shoulder. The next thing should be to join them at the sides using the body measurement. I used my pin to hold the back fast so that it doesn't open up. So I will just proceed with my body measurement. First, I need to fold the fabric again. You can see I used pin to hold it fast at the back panel. If you like, you can insert zip. The reason I didn't insert zip is because I've not finished the down part. That is why I did not insert the zip. Okay, the bust measurement we're working with is 42. So placing my tape at this zip allowance, this marking here, I will measure 10.5. You know, if we were to open it up and take our measurement, what I should measure is 21. But because I folded it still into 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is why I'm still using the quarter measurement of our body. Okay, so this is our bust. Our waist measurement is 36, divided into 4 is 9. This is 9. And then for our blouse hip is 44, divided into 4 will give us 11. So I am going to sew along this line. I'll just go to my machine, join it here, fold the down part, and then insert the zip, and then we shall be done. So here we have it, a cowl neck top. It is very, very ready. Mine is actually not so fitted. That's exactly the way I want it because I intend to use a belt to rock it. But you can go ahead and fit your own the way you want it. If you want it hugging to your body, go ahead and slim it the way you want it. Thank you guys for watching till the end. I appreciate you guys a lot. And when I say I love you from the bottom of my heart, I don't say it out of confidence. I say it because you have added a tremendous meaning to my life. I appreciate you guys so sincerely. Thank you for watching again. And if you are new to my channel, please hit that red icon and subscribe, and also touch the bell so that when I upload, you get notifications. Till we get to see again in my next class, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And please don't forget to keep your head so very, very high. Bye.